Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. With me today, we have Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President, and then we have our special guest speaker, Kyle Cooper, who's going to come on in just a few minutes here and talk about some great disability and long-term care options with Mutual of Omaha. So he's also going to talk about some sales ideas. So if you want to take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions, comments, the goal is that everybody walks away with a great nugget of information that's going to help you with your sales practice and ultimately make more sales, which is the name of the game, right? And that's what we all want to learn about. And I think that if anyone has any great ideas, we're always open to hearing more, especially when it comes to sales concepts. So Kyle's going to bring some of that to the table, and then me and Joe, we're going to talk about some of the new additions here at Levinson, new exciting stuff here. And let me just mention too that everybody knows, and if you're newer with us, great. If you've been with us for a long time, that's fine too. But you know the goal is that we want to bring new information to you every week and make sure that we spend, 45 minutes and bring whatever hot, whatever not to the table so everyone walks away with great information. That's the purpose of these weekly webinars. So if you have any good ideas or if you have any comments about the trainings that we put together, please share that information with us. We always post what's coming for the month on our Kerry Levinson website. You'll see a training calendar there where you can register for the upcoming trainings that we host. Also, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on our Levinson Facebook page. So that's where we share, testimonials, sales ideas, new webinars that are coming up. It's a great place to also share from your end as well. So we want to hear feedback from our agents. We think it's so important. We now literally have climbed over the 11,000 agent mark. For a couple of years now, we've been 10,000 agent plus, and just recently we had a great acquisition. In fact, we have some of the marketers on the call with us today. We are just over 13,000 agents nationwide. So couldn't be any more excited. This was a national press release that if you haven't seen, you'll see it in the next few days. It talks about Levinson working with and acquiring the Creekmore Orlando Life Insurance Agency. So we have some great new marketers that are working with our team now. We have a bunch of new agents, so I want to welcome everybody to their training and to our training. This is the first official training for our group and then all of our new Creekmore agents as well. So welcome. We think that you'll find some great information here. And I think that once you get to know the Levinson staff and, of course, your marketer that you work with, which that won't change, you'll be very happy and excited to use some of these new resources that are available for you at your fingertips. So great stuff there. And I think the main point here, if you're a Levinson agent, you've been working with us for many years, great. You're scratching your head saying, well, that sounds great, 13,000 agents. Well, how does that help me? And the way it helps you is if it's similar to like a Costco buying approach. Okay, if you walk into let's say Bill's TVs on University Drive, okay, and you want a Samsung 55-inch TV, it's going to be, let's say, $1,600. Well, you can go into Costco and get that same TV for, let's say, $1,279. That's a big savings, okay? And the reason why, it's very simple. Costco buys a lot more units at one time. They buy in bulk compared to, say, Bill's TVs on 13th Street and University Drive. So it's the same thing when it comes to life insurance. If we have 13,000 agents writing business, what that means is some of these carriers take notice and they say, wow, their numbers are way up there. So that means we can now negotiate bonus and additional override, which gets passed on to our agents. And it also allows us to put more time, money, and resources into all of our tools, our lead programs, technology, and make things bigger and better for you. And as you know, we don't charge for any of that stuff. So just think of it kind of like a Costco buying approach versus, Bill's TV. So the bigger and better that we get here at Levinson, everything gets passed through to our agents. Okay, so yes, it does help you, and it helps everyone. It helps the big picture. It also helps, I'll give you another example. Let's say we have a senior underwriter at Transamerica, okay, who loves working with us, and now all of a sudden we pass the $10 million mark. Well, we get assigned this special underwriter, okay, who's available anytime. And when you need a favor on that specific case, and let's say the case came in preferred and you need a preferred best to get the case placed, well, again, going back to buying power, that's where we can throw our weight around to help you get your case placed. So it helps everyone. This is a win-win, and we would never be in this situation if it wasn't for our agents out there in the field. So my hat goes off to all of you out there. We appreciate your ongoing commitment. And as you know, we're here to help you, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep our agents happy. And we've been doing the same thing since 1972, and it's all because of you guys and girls out there in the field. So special thank you to everyone, especially on the call today. Okay, moving forward. Now, if you're in the life insurance space, if you're in the annuity space or health insurance space, that's great. But it's always important to supplement your income and bring up the long-term care question, okay? A disability insurance, critical illness. These are products that most of your clients don't know about. So bring up the question and you can help them, okay? Get coverage, protect their families, stay in their house, make sure that they keep getting a monthly salary no matter what happens to them. So it's very, very important that you at least know the basics, because these products are being sold to your clients, just not by you, maybe by an agent who specializes in just long-term care or just disability. So just know enough to be dangerous, okay? And with our marketers here, you can call in anytime, get illustrations, brochures, anything that you need. And do me a favor, if you guys can mute your phone on this end, that would be great. I'm getting a little background noise. Okay, so the screen in front of you here, and also I'm going to mention too, with long-term care, there is a lot of moving parts. It can be very simple, but it can also be a little detailed. We want you to lean on Alex. Alex Jett is in our office here at the Coral Springs home office. You can call our 800 number, ask for Alex, or shoot him an email, alex@kerrylevinson.com. He is your go-to for anything LTC related, okay? Even if you never sold a long-term care policy, lean on him for any information, okay? He'll do everything for you so you can make the sale. The only thing he can't do is talk to your client, but he will give you everything that you need and make sure that you're educated when it comes to long-term care. So the slide that you're looking at is all of our standalone LTC products on the left side, and then on the right side is our life insurance plans with long-term care riders. Now, keep in mind, as we go throughout the presentation, okay, and the reason why we handpicked Mutual of Omaha for today's training is they have some awesome long-term care, disability, and critical illness options. And their products come with our scholarship platform. So every product sold gets up to a year free scholarship. No additional premium, no commission reduction. That's a win-win situation. Also, we just got in for everyone that wants to market the scholarship program, which there's no charge for that. We have these neat little pins that you can put on your shirt that says, "Ask me about free scholarships" in bold red letters. And it's a conversation starter, okay? It works. I have agents that wear them to the grocery store, and literally people ask them, "Hey, tell me about this free scholarship. I have 2 kids that are going into high school and I want to learn more." Well, that brings up the life insurance conversation, which leads to a sale. So if you're interested, in those pins. We will mail them out to you for free. Just let us know. Shoot me an email. Just tell me what address to mail it to, and I will send you out a free pin at no charge, obviously. So if you want those, just let us know. Okay, so standalone products on the left, life insurance with LTC riders on the right side. So we're going to move forward here. Joe's going to talk about some impaired risk, long-term care options, and then we're going to dive into LTC and disability resources, and then our feature presentation. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So, speaking about long-term care products, whenever we have clients that maybe don't fit into the normal underwriting category, there's a decline, or they're unable to purchase the LTC product, we immediately look for kind of a alternative product that will not only give them coverage, but also give them the use of those living benefits using that LTC trigger. So what I want to show here is a product from Mutual of Omaha. I know we're focusing on LTC, DI, and CI today. This is actually just a quick snapshot of Mutual of Omaha's GUL product, which can be issued all the way from ages 18 up to 85, which is pretty unique. What's great about this product is it comes with a no-cost chronic illness rider, which is included in the policy regardless of what rating that client receives. So if a client's issued table 5, 6, 7, even 8 different tables, they can still receive that chronic illness rider. And I want to show really how important that is. If a client purchases this policy, they can actually accelerate up to 80% of the death benefit or $1 million, whatever is the lesser amount, from that life insurance policy. So traditionally, very difficult to get long-term care style benefits or any chronic illness riders with a life policy if that client has a very high substandard rating. But with Mutual of Omaha's GUL, they're giving every client who can get approved, regardless of rating, that chronic illness rider, which is a really, really great benefit to show as an alternative to that client, or even if you're just showing them a different universal life product or IUL product that's included at no additional charge. Another quick thing I want to mention is this same product has a built-in ROP rider, which clients can access in the 15th, 20th, although it's the 25th year of the contract with Mutual of Omaha. So just a great LTC alternative if you have clients with certain medical issues that might not get approved with a normal standalone LTC product. Kind of a neat little sales idea to keep in your back pocket. Also, real quickly here, before I move on, I want to show everybody a snapshot of CarrieLevinson.com. Alex has worked very, very hard to keep this tab up to date. You'll notice underneath the product tabs in blue there, it says long-term care. That'll give you access to all the product guides, including the Mutual of Omaha material. You can actually look at the ratings, client brochures, videos, even run illustrations directly from that LTC tab. So we will send out an email this afternoon with all the product information, but if you happen to be on the website, go check out that LTC section. You'll have all these resources available at your fingertips 24/7.
Okay, thank you, Joe. So same exact thing goes for disability. We set up everything that Joe just spoke about specifically for disability on our marketing tab. So you can hover over that, you'll see disability income, and you'll have client brochures, client presentations, agent brochures, all of the product details at your fingertips. And we're going to make this section bigger and better all of the time. And if there's a new product that comes up that's that great, we'll be the first ones to bring that to you. So you can feel great about knowing Levinson will be at the top of our game when it comes to all of the best products, carriers out there in the market space. So know that your client's not going to go to you and say, hey, Bill, this product looks great and I love the $82 a month premium, but, a friend of mine just bought the same thing for $72. It's not going to happen. And if there is a product that great, again, we'll be the first ones to roll that out to our agents on another feature training webinar. So just feel good at knowing that in the back of your mind. Okay, same exact thing when it comes to critical illness. We put together everything at your fingertips. We have standalone critical illness with return of premium, free scholarship with the Mutual of Omaha product and Assurity Life. So if you want to jot that down, we can revisit after the call if you need any quotes, if you want to look more into the scholarship platform and what colleges are made up in the program. No problem at all. In fact, what we're going to do is we'll send out an email to everyone on today's call. We'll include a lot of these Mutual of Omaha brochures, all of the scholarship details, and of course contracting if you're not already appointed. So expect that email before the day is up today. Okay, Joe's going to talk about some more critical illness product details so everyone can feel comfortable, and then we're going to dive into our main presentation and our great CRM tool providing 1,000 free leads every month. So we'll do that as soon as Kyle is done with his piece. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So taking a look at just a quick snapshot of Mutual of Omaha's CI product, on the left-hand side, we have the cancer product, which is actually issued up to age 89. You'll see there clients can actually purchase this product, and it will cover them lifetime coverage up to age 89, issue ages up to age 54, all the way from 18. What I love about all these products, whether it's the cancer on the left-hand side, the heart attack and stroke policy in the middle, or the critical illness policy on the right-hand side, is that they can actually all be applied for through Mutual of Omaha with no blood and urine. So, issuing that policy all the way up to age 54, there's going to be no blood and urine. It's basically MIB script check based on the death benefit amount. For the smaller death benefits, it's just going to be those application questions. So a great way to kind of give your client, whether it's the cancer policy that covers, just basically that cancer diagnosis, gives that client a lump sum payment. You will notice on the critical illness policy, there is a return of premium rider you can add on there. So a great way to add some additional coverage using those CI plans. You can quote these directly from the Kerry Levinson website or request a quote. You'll see at the very, very bottom, there's also some great riders you can throw onto each one of these products. And I want to talk about a quick CI sales idea. With it being mid-October here, a great sales idea that's actually posted on the Mutual of Omaha website is an actual flyer that talks about tips for selling cancer, the heart attack and stroke insurance, and even that critical illness policy to medical supplement clients. Because if you're working with clients that have a high out-of-pocket expense, whether it's for any sort of med sup policy that they're getting into, having a type of policy that gives them a lump sum benefit when they're diagnosed with cancer or have a heart attack or stroke or claim on any one of the critical illnesses is really, really important. I think a lot of agents, especially that are primarily health agents, have used this product and have been able to write a lot of additional premium and also help those clients out just by tacking on one of these policies, whether it's just the standalone cancer or you're using heart attack and stroke. I think it's a very, very easy sale in that scenario, because a lot of times those clients are familiar with someone who's had cancer or has a heart attack or even had a stroke. So it's a neat segue to kind of show how getting up to $100,000 with limited underwriting can help cover those out-of-pocket expenses. With any sort of health insurance plan, there's going to be some out-of-pocket expenses. Being able to tack on this product is just a great way to give that added value to that client. Like Bill mentioned, we have our scholarship program that also kind of goes hand in hand. So a lot of great benefits to show that added value, especially if you're in a competitive scenario with another agent. You can throw in any one of those cancer or heart attack, stroke policies and really look like the hero at the end of the day.
All right, good stuff, Joe. Thank you. So we have our feature presentation right now with Kyle, and I just want to mention everything that you're going to hear about from Kyle comes at no charge with the full scholarship platform. So Mutual of Omaha approved it, and we're very thankful of that. So we wanted to have Kyle come on and present to all of our agents today. So we have Kyle Cooper from Mutual of Omaha. He's our brokerage account executive. Kyle?
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate that. I want to thank you all for coming out this afternoon to hear my spiel about our product, go over some quick sales ideas for long-term care as well as disability on our new priority income protection product. Current portfolio for long-term care is Mutual Care Solutions, which includes two base products, the Secure and the Custom. We'll get into the differences in those products here shortly. Just a quick agenda, Mutual of Omaha Advantage, our portfolio. We have had some recent underwriting changes, and we'll have the chance for questions at the end. We've been selling long-term care insurance since 1987. we're a mutual company, obviously, so we don't have any stockholders or shareholders that we need to report to every quarter. So it gives us a lot more leniency as far as our rates are concerned, which has allowed us to build a very robust product and offer for a very competitive premium. Our A&M Best rating was reaffirmed last March, this March actually, as an A+ or superior rating. We're a current Comdex rating of 92. Again, just to go ahead and reaffirm, long-term care is one of our core products. So we did have a large portion of our block reinsured. With all of the stuff that was going on in the long-term care industry, Genworth, having their financial ratings go down, John Hancock not selling long-term care at all anymore. We wanted to reaffirm, long-term care is one of our core products. So we actually bought down to 15% reinsurance. So 15% of our block is reinsured by other various entities. So just to reaffirm, our stance in the long-term care industry, we're not going anywhere. Again, mutual care, secure, and custom. The secure is more of a traditional benefit design, 2, 3, 4, and 5-year benefit. Limited inflation options. Something that most people that have sold long-term care in the past are going to be more familiar with. The next one is our mutual care custom product, which a lot of our long-term care specialists are using because of its flexibility. In case design allows them to come up with a more definitive premium for their client. Both products, benefits are tailored, target market ages 55 to 65, little or no inflation. Now, in the past, if you didn't have a policy with 5% inflation, most people, weren't selling it, and there's a lot of people that weren't buying it. Well, now more and more people are realizing that there is a need for long-term care coverage. Now, everybody can't afford a policy that's, $6,000 a month in benefit with a 5% inflation rider. They're realizing that some coverage is better than no coverage at all. So roughly 18 to 20% of our business is issued with little to no inflation and shorter benefit periods. And we really aim to give our agents and clients flexibility to assist them in finding more finite premium. As I said, benefit multipliers, also known as your benefit period, 2, 3, 4, or 5-year benefits, ranges between $1,500 and $10,000 a month benefits. That is a big selling point with us. Definitely a sales idea to take home. A lot of companies are still offering daily benefits. With those daily benefits, there's a very high probability that they're going to have out-of-pocket costs. So if their care costs $150 a day, but they only have $100 a day in coverage, they're going to have $50 that day that's out of pocket. Whereas with ours, we take all of the costs associated that month, add them together, and then subtract them from the pool, or from that monthly benefit. So in turn, it doesn't completely eliminate them having out-of-pocket costs, but it does help lessen the likelihood. Calendar day elimination periods. Another thing that's great about this product, there are quite a few people that are still using service day elimination periods. Service day elimination periods, they only subtract those days when they are receiving covered services. So it could take 6 months to satisfy a 90-day elimination period if you're only having care a couple days a week. Whereas with ours, it's a calendar day elimination period. Day 1 of care starts that elimination period. After 90 calendar days, that elimination period is satisfied. Our cash benefit, we're one of the only companies that has a cash time. As we all know, family emergencies, cash is going to be king in that aspect because it just having the liquid assets available in order to do what you need to do in that emergency. The secure product has a 30% cash capped at $2,400 base. If the policy does have inflation, that amount will inflate with the policy as it goes on their anniversary dates. Cannot be used with the international benefit. and it cannot be used at the same time as the reimbursement benefit. So it's an either-or situation. With this product, we have a true no inflation option. We do not do simple inflation at all. So we've got 3, 4, and 5% lifetime, and then 3 and 5% termed at 20 years. So the policy will inflate for 20 years, and then it will stop. This is typically good to help come up with a lesser premium for those that are a little bit older when they're purchasing the policies. Typically, age 60 and above. Because the average person, when they are going to need long-term care, is in between 79 and 83. So a 20-year term for somebody that's a little bit older is definitely going to be able to assist them in coming up with a better premium and giving them the benefit that they need. No elimination period for respite care or hospice care. Waiver of premium. So when they start going on claim, once they've satisfied that elimination period, then the premium will be waived moving forward while they're still on claim. The international benefit, if they're in the US, UK, or Canada, it's covered 100% full benefits. If they're anywhere else outside of the US, UK, or Canada, then they're going to have 12 months on an indemnity style basis. Our alternate plan of care set up to assist in paying for benefits not specifically listed within the policy. As you and I both know, care is constantly changing, and that's why this alternate plan of care is available with the assistance of a care coordinator. They can come up with the plan of care. It's used quite commonly for Christian Scientists as it's listed here, but it can also be used for other items as well outside of those typically covered within the policy. This policy has one return of premium option. They are all death benefits on both products. So this is 3 times the maximum monthly benefit less any claims paid. So just one of those things, if somebody's worried about, paying all those premiums and then not using the policy, then it's an option that's available. We have a 0-day elimination period for home health care. So day 1, they start receiving benefits payable from the policy for home health care situations. We do have a shared care policy. So 2 separate policies that are linked together. Essentially, if one person uses up all of their benefits, they can then go into their partner's or spouse's policy. They just have to leave 1 year available for that partner or spouse to use, with the exception of Arizona and New York, where they have to leave 24 months. Non-forfeiture shortened benefit period. So if for whatever reason they are unable to continue paying the premiums, we will take those premiums that they've currently paid in and create a shortened paid up policy out of it. You also do have the option to reduce the home health care benefit and assisted living facility benefit down to 75 or down to 50%. Again, one of those things to give you more flexibility to come up with a cheaper premium or better premium for the client. The custom policy, again, like I said, typically used by our long-term care specialist. Product I always highly recommend. It is quoted a little bit differently though. So policy limit between $50,000 and $500,000 and $500 increments. So
hey,
essentially
Kyle,
you're going to, go ahead.
Kyle, this is Bill speaking. Hey, can you adjust your screen a little bit, because half of it's getting cut off in the corner? Can you try to center it or hit 100% maybe?
I've got it on full screen right now. Give me just 1 second here.
Okay.
See if it'll allow me just to go ahead and share my screen here.
Okay, there you go.
That?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Sorry about that.
Yep, it's okay.
So essentially, you'll take your monthly benefit, multiply that by the number of months that you're looking to cover. So 60 months for 5 years, 48 for 4 years, so on and so forth. And that's going to be your benefit pool. Easiest way to come up with it. Calendar day elimination periods. This product adds 0, 30, and 60 to those periods that are available. Again, every time you go down in the elimination period, the premium is going to go up quite a bit. Cash benefit on this product works the exact same way as the Secure. It's 40% rather than 30%, still capped initially at the $2,400, but will increase with inflation. The respite, hospice, waiver premium, international benefit, alternate care are still the same as well. Inflation's options are where this product really shines. Inflation options start at 1% on this policy, going all the way up to 5%. We have 19 states right now in which 1% inflation is partnership qualified at the lowest age bracket. We go up in 0.25% increments. They do have a buy-up option on there. So if they start off at 1% when they buy the policy because that's what they can afford at the time and they want to purchase more on their anniversary date, they can, all the way up to 5% in 0.25% increments. We also add 10 and 15-year terms to it as well. Again, hope you find a more definitive premium for your client. And this policy also has the true no inflation option as well. 3 times the maximum monthly benefit on this policy as well. Things we're going to be looking at, the professional home health care. So what this does is allows us to pay out double the maximum monthly benefit in the event that they're receiving professional services that are typically going to cost more than your standard home health aid. So if somebody has a stroke and they are on claim and they need assistance from, speech therapist or an RN to deliver intravenous drugs or otherwise, that's where this comes in. It is an additional cost, but it is a very good benefit to have. Spousal security benefit, I didn't bring up on the other one, I don't believe, but it's available on both products. Provides 60% of reimbursement each month for an uninsurable spouse. So another sales tip with this, we're the only company that has this product, number one. And number two, as we all know, if a husband and wife are applying for a policy and one of them doesn't get approved, there's always that emotional reaction that the person that got approved doesn't want to take it. Well, this way we have a way to mitigating that circumstance by adding the security benefit. That we're able to offer them some coverage. Shared care, this policy does also have the joint waiver premium as well as survivorship. Joint waiver, one spouse goes on claim, satisfies their elimination period, we're going to waive both policies' premiums. The survivorship policy, after 10 years of the policy being in force, we will go ahead, if one of them was to pass, we will consider the remaining spouse's policy paid up. Non-forfeiture short and benefit period, same as our secure product. Return of premium, we have a couple of other options that were added. We have full return minus any claims paid if they were to die before age 65. And then a true return of premium less claims paid as well. Again, those options are a little bit more expensive, but if they're worried about losing those premiums, definitely something to look into, as well as the assisted living and home health care benefit reductions. Premium savings on this, we do if both husband and wife or partners apply and get approved, we will give them each a 30% discount, and that's off of each policy. If one was to apply or both were applying and only one gets approved, then it's 15%. There's an additional 15% discount if they were to get preferred rating. Roughly 85% of our business is issued at Select. So when you're doing your quoting, I highly recommend using Select as your rate class. We also offer a 5% discount with compensation offset for association marketing or sponsored groups. And then if you're going to write a policy on yourself or your spouse, you can get a 5% discount as well. And that comp offset, as it's listed there, just for the first year. It's not going to affect renewals at all. Underwriting, as of right now, we're doing 100% APS on all our products. We're currently piloting some processes to go ahead and change that. We've decreased waiting periods on quite a few conditions. More conditions are eligible for the preferred discount. And we're no longer accepting any applications that have been denied by other carriers. 95% of the policies or applications that were coming in that had been previously declined by other carriers were declined by us as well. So essentially, it was just taking the time of the underwriters to go ahead and go through all of those and wait and request medical records before we can make a decision. Well, rather than doing that to help speed things up in our process, we went ahead and we're just no longer accepting those applications that have been previously denied. As far as the long-term care goes, that's my spiel for that portion. Was there any questions that had come up before we move on to our priority income protection product?
Nope, we're good, Kyle. You can keep going. We have a closed line, so we're fine.
Okay. Okay. So why the need for disability insurance? Obviously, as with any form of insurance, it's to protect a person's lifestyle. You know, that's the biggest thing that people are realizing, you know, especially for those that are working age, their income is what supports their lifestyle. So, you know, pays for the rent, more mortgage, utilities, any other various bills, and, you know, just their way of life. 1 in 4, more than 25% of today's 20-year-olds will become disabled before they retire. 37 million Americans are classified as disabled, which is 12% of the total population. Most Americans' income is not protected, so they don't have any disability in force, typically with our self-employed workers. This right here, just something that we picked up from Go Banking Rates, has a lot of great information, just typically going over the amount that people would have in savings, you know, dependent on their age bracket. And as you can see, younger people typically don't have a whole lot in savings, if they have a savings account at all. And then that moves up as people get older because they realize that they should be, you know, saving for future instances or otherwise. You know, with our priority income protection product, it's quick issue, no hassle disability insurance. Strictly off the job coverage with this product. So OC classes are not specific to this policy. So we can take those that we would typically not insure on our standard disability product, such as, you know, pilots or linemen or otherwise. Target market, typically going to be, you know, any individual within the working arena, age 25 to 55, incomes between 25 and 100,000. Again, strictly off the job coverage. And the one thing that I didn't update on this slide, which I apologize, benefit amounts are $300 to up to $4,000 now. That was a change that we had recently made within the product. 1, 2, or 3-year benefits. Elimination period is preset, 30-day accident, 90-day sickness. There's no variation in that. Issue age is 18 to 61. Tobacco, non-tobacco unisex rates. Guaranteed renewable age 65. We have a 24/24 pre-existing condition. And there's no policy fee with this policy. The other thing, this product does have an electronic application and quoting tool. Very easy to use. I've got some slides in here that show the basics of it. Simple knockout underwriting question with a prescription drug check, height, weight chart. So there's no rate-ups on this. So it's either going to be accept or decline. We do random telephone interviews. Average is 1 in 10. Again, standard or decline. Application in good order. If done via the e-app, typically they're done within a couple days. If they're done via paper, it could take a couple days longer. But we're averaging right around 3 business days processing time on these applications. So very quick issue. So just a sample rate structure here, 35-year-old, non-tobacco, $1,200 a month in coverage, $23 a month for a 1-year benefit period, $34 for a 2-year, and then $42 for a 3-year. So very competitive rates on this product. Going into the EAP process, as you can see here, it's being done on a tablet. As long as you have an internet connection, we've tested it and it works very well with most available web browsers, whether it be Android or Apple. You can also do it on a laptop as well. So to start the process, you've got to get the quote. So you enter in the information, get quote, comes up with our options here. As soon as the client decides which plan they want to go with, whether it be 12, 24, or 36 months, click Select Plan, enter in the client's information. Okay. So here it does ask for an occupation. Again, this is just for internal statistics. We do not base any of the premiums or underwriting based off of their occupation. So that has thrown a couple people off in the past. So I just wanted to go ahead and get that right out there. Once you get completed with that, go ahead and provide you with this authorization number. You'll be able to email it to the client, or they can just go to signyoureap.com and enter in that authorization number to go ahead and complete the process. If you've ever done DocuSign before, very similar process. So simple, quick, and easy, and affordable as far as disability insurance goes. Again, it's a transactional product. Typically, people will link it up with other products they're selling if they're selling, a life policy, or otherwise, especially something express issue, another possible quick sale to make in that aspect. That is my spiel as far as the priority income protection goes. Bill doesn't have any objections. Like, we can open up the line for questions, or my information is down there at the bottom. You can go through Bill or Joe or Alex, and they'll be able to assist you and have access to myself as well.
Yep, great job, Kyle. We appreciate it. Good information there. And yes, anything that you saw on that presentation, if you want to dive in a little further, you need some more explanation, just call any one of our marketers here. If it's long-term care, ask for Alex, and we will make sure that you are up to speed with everything that Kyle went over. Okay, so just a few more slides left, and then we're going to end today's call. Now, you talk about sales ideas, lead generation. The Agency Automator platform is, in my opinion, the best thing since sliced bread, literally, for sales agents. Okay, and the reason why is depending on what kind of campaign that you would like to run. If you want to put together, say, a long-term care campaign or maybe disability income, you can literally go into Agency Automator and say, okay, I want to market to all young professionals that have a household income of, say, $90,000, and I need ages 35 to 45 in these zip codes. The system will literally spit out 1,000 names, numbers, emails, and addresses that you can send out our marketing pieces to, and then follow up with a physical phone call or mailer or email or all of the above. So this is the #1 go-to for lead generation. You get 1,000 of those prospects every month at no charge. Okay, and we have all of the marketing campaigns built into the system for LTC, DI, critical illness, and then, of course, every kind of life and annuity concept and product that exists today. So take advantage of Agency Automator. The right side, if you will, is for all of your lead generation. The left side, that's where you're going to manage your day-to-day emails and clients that you've already sold to. That's going to make sure that you know who's up for their annual policy review and whose birthday is today, and who's having an anniversary tomorrow. So you can make sure that you send out your anniversary card through email or their annual policy review email. It keeps everything at your fingertips. kind of like an autopilot assistant, if you will. So left side is your day-to-day activity for existing clients. Right side is where you're going to go and gather your 1,000 prospects every single month. This is free. All of it is free if you are active with us. Active means that you're contracted and writing at least $70 a month of business, okay? So that's basically one application. So that's a no-brainer. And of course, even if you're brand new with us, it's a $25 co-op charge, so it's basically free, even if you've never written a piece of business yet. Okay, so Joe's going to dive in a little further to show you what these campaigns look and feel like, how you can send and track your emails through Agency Automator, and then we have a couple more slides about upcoming training events, our annual Agent Expo, and then we're going to end with our Positive Tuesday quote. Joe, you there?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So what you're looking at on this next screen is just an example of going into the system, picking your custom demographics. In this scenario, I'm using, finding people that are going to be a great candidate for long-term care prospecting. So you have two different databases to choose from. Of course, we'll use the consumer database, which has just over 28 million records. What's really neat is I can pick the date of birth, I can pick the age ranges, someone who owns or rents a home, the purchase price of that home. And if you look towards the bottom, you can also pick by gender, marital status, net worth, education level, occupation detail, smoker, non-smoker. So a lot of great detail goes into which different demographics you're looking to pull. The great thing is I can go into this database, find the specific type of client I'm looking for. In this example, I picked like a 50-mile radius from the office. I just got under 5,000 qualified prospects. And then the whole idea is inside this platform, my next step would be picking one of those pre-made, ready-to-send LTC email messages. This one, in an example on the right-hand side, happens to have a video. The client can actually learn about long-term care coverage. Again, tracking who opens the email, who clicks on it, gives me additional leads to follow up on. Again, like Bill mentioned, up to 1,000 prospects every single month using this Agency Automator platform. So just a quick example of how you can really start to automate the entire marketing pipeline, really regardless of what product it is. It could be long-term care, disability, critical illness. We know the issue ages and some of the criteria of an ideal client, so we can plug that in and really kind of start to market on an automated basis. So that's just a quick example of how that automated platform could help generate some new leads for you.
Okay, thanks, Joe. All right, we're done in about 2 minutes here. Again, just make sure you jot down any notes, dates, maybe a webinar that you don't want to miss. Very important stuff here. Agency Automator is what we just went over. Definitely a no-brainer. If you want to use our system, great. But at the very minimum, even if you get some ideas and you have, let's say, Salesforce, Constant Contact, whatever you're using, great. We just want to make sure you're using some kind of email blast system to keep your name in front of your clients and prospects. If you want to dive in a little further into Agency Automator to make sure that you're comfortable and you're up and running, every Tuesday and Thursday we have a live presentation where you can ask questions, jump right in. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Agency Automator Plus is right below that. That's the same concept, but instead of going in to get your 1,000 prospects every month, you're going to go in and recruit agents to your downline so you can sit back and make overrides. So again, same concept, but that big million-person database instead of prospects is licensed agents. So that's Agency Automator Plus if you want to become your own GA and start making overrides. Great tool. That's every Monday and Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Now, right below that, we have another hot critical illness product, and this is the topic of the webinars, how to pair critical illness with high deductible health plans. That's on the 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern. On the bottom there, very, very important. Now, if you've never sold a IUL before, Index Universal Life, or let's say you're an IUL pro and you want to take your IUL sales to the next level, great. We have a sales software presentation system, okay, that allows you to go in, sit with a client, and show their existing retirement plan, 401k, Roth IRA, whatever investment product that they're looking at, and then you get to line it up line by line with our indexed universal life product, show the difference with premiums going in, withdrawals coming out, look at the tax advantages versus penalties, and then the bottom line is going to show you the net result, and it shows that IUL is a clear-cut winner every time. Really makes for a no-brainer win-win IUL sale. So if you're not using our IUL sales software, now is the time. It's free for 4 months, and then as soon as you start writing business, you hit that minimum, and then we pay for an additional year. Okay, so there's no risk. You can try it out today at no charge. So the webinar is on the 26th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're interested in that, just let us know. We'll get you up and running. Okay, second to last slide, and we are done. This is our 2018 Levinson Annual Agent Expo. Now, write this down, okay? April 27th, 2018 is the day it all happens. Very important, free for all agents. So even if you're new with us, you've never written an application, this is going to be free. We bring in breakfast, snacks, lunch. We have keynote speakers throughout the day. We bring in our top carriers, VPs, underwriters, some great examples of a real live prospect who passed on a disability policy and became disabled. And anyway, it's just a great story that he has to tell with a good message that you can relate to clients. So we have some great surprises on this day. I promise you, a great day of networking, new sales ideas that you can take home with you and start using that evening to make more sales and change your business for 2018. Now, starting at just $15,000 a premium, you can qualify for free hotel room at our beachfront location for the whole weekend, and then round-trip airfare from anywhere in the country. We pay for everything. That's the resort and those pictures that you're looking at, but I just want to make sure at the very minimum, put this day in your calendar right now. Don't miss it. You can register on our website. You'll also see a few emails that go out just on our Levinson Expo 2018, a day you don't want to miss. Okay, so our last slide here, and every Tuesday on our Facebook page, it's the Levinson and Associates Facebook page, we post our Positive Tuesday quote, okay? And we try to come up with some neat stuff. I feel it's so important that our staff, that you guys and girls out there in the field, especially you guys and girls out there in the field, we know how tough it is, and you need to stay in the right mindset, have the right energy, stay positive, because your clients over the phone or in person, they feel that, like it or not. I don't care how smart or educated you are. If you're not in the right mindset, no one wants to be around you. So go, do whatever it takes. Okay, this is my thought of the week. I call it the Positive Tuesday quote. No education, no family, no money, no love, no guidance, no excuses. You can't control circumstances, but you can overcome them. Let's go out and make it happen. Have a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.